Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just coming across this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get to see the video. Like this video, share this video and comment on this video. Thank you. On today's episode, I will be teaching you how to make a short knicker with front zip. If this sounds like what you want to learn, keep on watching and let's get started. Welcome back guys. These are the material we'll be using for this class, and as you can see I have my tape rule, my rulers, and this is the fabric I will be working with. Of course I will be drafting on my pattern paper before transferring to my fabric. So now guys, the first thing I will be doing on this pattern paper now is to just rule out a starting line, and this will serve as the starting line and my waist. So now the first thing we'll be doing is to deduct 2 inches from our waist, which is the length of the short. So I will place my 2 inches at this line here, and I will go ahead to mark my vertical measurement. I'm going to mark out my crochet length, still maintaining the 2 inches band like this. So to have your crochet length perfectly, you need to divide your hip divided by 4, then you add some inches to it. Then after that I go ahead to mark the length of the shorts. Okay, so after dotting it, I'm just going ahead to rule it as a straight line like this. Okay, now after ruling, this is how it is. So the next step is to come up from the cross line by 2 inches, and this will serve as my hip length. So I'm just going to label this my hip length, my cross length, and the full length of the short. So the next step is to come to this waistline here and divide my waist measurement by 4, and I will add 1 inches for my seam allowance. I will come over to the cross line and also mark the same thing there, my hip divided by 4 plus 1. Then I'm just going to rule it as a straight line like this. So the next step now is for us to have our cross extension. So for you to have your cross extension, you are going to divide your hip measurement divided by 4, and you divide it by 4 again, or you divide your hip measurement by 16, and you will have your cross extension. So and you place your cross extension here, then go ahead to curve it this way. The next step you are going to take is to measure this part here and divide it into 2 to have your midpoint. Then you just mark this half part and come to this line and mark it here, and you just make it a straight line like this. Okay, you've divided it into 2, right? So now we come down from the cross line by 3 inches, and this line here will be our tie line. Okay, then for this tie line you divide your tie measurement, which is your lap measurement, into 2. Then when you divide your lap measurement into 2, so I'm going to share that measurement after dividing it by 2. I'm going to share it for this line. Hope you understand. I'm sharing it. So when I share it, I will now add 1 inches to for seam allowance. Okay, so the same thing goes to this part. You will divide your knee measurement by 2, and you share it after dividing it in between this line here, and you add your seam allowance of 1 inches. After dotting, you are just going ahead to connect all the dots together like this. Okay, just go ahead to connect it like so. Now coming to this waist, you are going to divide your waist measurement by 4. Please note that it's only the lap measurement and the knee measurement that you are dividing by 2, but your hip measurement and your waist measurement, you are dividing it by 4. So I have divided my waist by 4, and I will add 1 inches for my dart and 1 inches for my seam allowance. Then I'm just going to connect it to the hip line like this. After connecting, I will still come to this waistline and come in by half an inch to eliminate any form of bulginess for the front, which is the crotch area. So then I will come down by half an inch and connect it to the side like so. Just watch what I'm doing. So that is that. Then after that, now I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement for my dart. So I'm coming down by 5 inches and I'm going to connect my line like this. And I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of the dart, and I'm going to connect it just the way you see me doing like so. So guys, after everything, we are definitely done with the drafting of the front. I'm just going to cut it out. So guys, after cutting, this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to use this front to cut out the back. So when we are cutting the back, I'm just going to use my fabric to cut out the back. I'm just going to place my pattern on top of this fabric so that I can use it to cut out the back before I will retrace the front on my fabric. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, when you place your pattern paper on your fabric to cut out the back, ensure that you leave about some inches at the side and at the top like so, and just leave some inches just all around like so. So now the first thing is just to use my pin to hold down the you can see I'm just crocheting my lines. I'm crocheting it to be assured that I have some allowance. Okay, so after crocheting, I'm just going to pin my pattern paper with the fabric together so that when I'm drafting it will not be shaking. So I'm just trying to put everything in place, just make sure everything is in place. So guys, after that I'm just coming to this extension, which is this crotch part. I will reel it straight and I will come to this up here. I'm just going to reel it like so. Okay, so the first thing is to come in, like coming out from this crotch line by 2 inches. Okay, I will come in by 2 inches. So for this upper part, I'm going to come in by 2 inches because our back is not straight. So I will come up by 1.5 inches, but if you are on a bigger size you can use 2 inches. So I later change it to 2 inches because I'm working with a bigger size, so I change it to 2 inches. Then I'm just going to connect my lines. So after I marked half an inch from the crotch extension, like I mark half an inch down like so. Okay, so from the half an inch I mark down, you can see from this line I come down by half an inch so that it will sit well at the bumper part. So I'm just going to connect it from that half an inch, connect it to this 2 inches we come up with. Hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. Then I'll just place my pattern back. So these 2 inches that we come in with, we are going to replace it at the side. Then we are going to place 1 inches. I mark 2 inches for the hip part, 1 inches for the thigh and the lap part. Hope you understand. While for the side, I mark half an inch. So I'm just going to connect the half an inch like this and connect it to the crotch like so. Then for this part here, I'm just going to connect it in a slant way like this. Okay, and I'm going to connect all the dots together. So I'm going to connect the dots together. Remember I said for the hip part I mark 2 inches, for the lap I mark 1 inch, and for the knee I mark 1 inch. So for the down part I just added half an inch for my seam allowance, half an inch like so. So we are going to take our darts. I come in by 5 inches and I come down by 5 inches as well for my dart for the back. So I'm just going to share half an inch on both sides, just what we did to the front, and I'm just going to connect it this way. If you don't understand, rewatch this video, you will understand, or leave a comment for me for the comment section. I will reply you. And if you have watched it up to this very moment, if you have not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. Thank you. So you can see we've cut out the other excess for the front. If you don't understand, please, you can ask me question. I will gladly answer you, okay? So at this point now, we are cutting out what we dragged for the back. Just follow your lines, which is your shock. Just follow what you shock, and that is that. Please like this video, comment on this video, please subscribe, tell a friend and a friend and a friend about this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I don't take your love for granted. So that's that, guys. So after cutting out the back, I will just fold in to cut out the front pattern. So I'm just folding my fabric into two, and I will place the pattern, the front pattern, to the on top of the fabric. Okay, so I'm just trying to arrange the fabric. Then I'm just going to place it this way. Okay, then after placing it, I will now pin it. I will pin it with my pin. I'll just go ahead to pin it. So after pinning, I'm just going to cut exactly what I have here. Just trace it. Remember, we add half an inch for the back, so for the down part. So this is the half an inch that I added for the front as well. So I'm just going to cut it. The rest part is according to the pattern. While the down, I added half an inch because we add it at the back. So I'm just going to mark the dart, notch the dart, and I will remove my pattern from the fabric. So that is that, guys. So the next thing we are going to do now is to take the zipper. So I measure the 8 inches from the waist down, 8 inches. So then we are doing the fly zipper. So I mark 2 inches like so, and I will connect it. So after connecting, I'm going to cut out 2 of it. So one will be curved at this part, as in I will curve one at this part while the other one will not be curved. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it. I will first of all cut it straight. So I will use it to cut out my fabric. So I'll just place the pattern on top of the fabric, then don't fold it. I'm just going to cut out the first one that I said I will not curve. I will just cut it straight like this. Hope you understand. Then after that, I'm just going to cut the other part. Then I will curve this other part here. I'm going to curve it. Okay. And cut accordingly to the fabric, the pattern, sorry. So that is it, guys. So the next step now, you can just go ahead to use inner weave it or weave the round edge, okay, for neat finishing. So I'm just going to place the curved part at the front like this and sew it. So guys, I've already fixed my zipper and I've closed my flap. I thought my phone is recording. I never knew it was not recording. Sorry for this clip. Sorry, I'm very sorry about it. So I've also hold my darts, and for the back I've hold the flap and also hold the dart for the back. So the next thing is to place the front right side facing the back right side and use half an inch to join the both side like so. So guys, this is how it looks like after joining the side together, and I've went ahead to hem the down part like this. I've used a half an inch, which is half an inch, to fold the down part. So the next step is to turn it to the wrong side and use the crush parts to meet the front crush part to meet the back crush part like this, which is the crush extension, and we are just going to use half an inch to sew it from one leg to the other leg. Hope you understand. I'm going to use half an inch to sew it from one leg to the other end. And this is it guys after sewing, and this is how it looks like. Please, if you have watched it up to this moment and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, please just help me to like it and comment anything on the comment section. So the next thing I will be doing is to take the round waist measurement. I'm going to take the round waist measurement like this. After taking the round measurement, the waist measurement, I will use it to cut out my band, and I've already fixed the band here, and this is how it looks like. I give it a good press and you can see the neat finishing of this short. So guys, if you like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and you will see the final look on the domain. And here is the final look of the short we just made right now. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in my next one.